Oh, all right, guys, I think we're live. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. I don't have a way to check it for you guys today, but it is day 2 of our Chasing Scratch Back to Scratch series. Bright and early, we're out here at the golf course trying to get that handicap down to 0.0 in the next 30 days or less. We're out here at MetLinks. This is a very short golf course, even from the back tees, guys, so we're gonna need something around 1 under par to get our handicap lowered, you know, going down from where it was at. Currently sitting at 2.2. Oh. It is bright and early, so we'll see if this is successful. Oof. Gonna need a bunch of warming up to do. Always, guys, you can find something proactive to do when you're waiting, you know, waiting for a tee or green to clear. You know, do some stretches, keep your body moving. Oh, just give that guy up there in front of us another minute to get going ahead of us. Can't stress enough, guys. Just do 3, 4, 5 minutes of stretching before play. Sometimes you might knock your phone off the wet ground. That's okay. Hold on. Hey, Paul's here. You're out early. Yes, I have the privilege of going off at 7:30 this morning, which is a lovely time to be playing golf. Not too busy. Only need about 100 more swings to maybe feel loose. All right, guys. What do you say we have a day, huh? So 34 for this 9 holes is what we need, I believe, to keep our handicap going down. Hitting 7 wood off this first hole. It's a very short par 4. Probably like 330 to the front of the green, so I'm just gonna hit this 7 wood here somewhere, hopefully down the fairway out there. That is a great start, guys. Nice high draw right down the fairway. Whew. Some dirt in our eye, that's okay. And we're off. Hey, Bennett's here. So now you guys get to hang out while we walk to our ball. Really happy with that first tee shot. That was a, you know, tight little draw, nice and high right down the fairway. Love these early mornings. I mean, look how pretty this is, guys. Just a lovely way to spend your morning. Hey, RST is here. Bennett wants to know, how far do you hit your driver? I usually hit it like 280 in the air. Highest ball speed I've seen on TrackMan this year so far is 172. So that's pretty solid. We're gonna try to get that up closer to like 180 eventually. Casey, where are you? I am in Rhode Island. This is a renovated Donald Ross design, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, they did sell part of the golf course to build a development. But that's pretty standard stuff these days, unfortunately. There's our ball, way down there in the fairway. Like I said, guys, this is day 2 of our Back to Scratch series. Currently sitting at a 2.2 index. We challenged ourselves to get that back down to 0.0 or better in the next 30 days. So that is part of what we're out here doing, trying to play some good golf. One Eye says, what's up, man? Good luck this round. Thanks very much. Been watching you a lot and really enjoy the content. I just started playing. Watching you has helped. That's amazing. Thank you so much, One Eye. I appreciate you saying that. Hey, Mike Cherry's here. I remember you, Mike. All right, guys. So great start right in the fairway. I've never done this from the golf course. You guys will have to be a little bit patient with me. Don't exactly know how this is going to go or what challenges we might face, but you know, we're going to figure it out together. And I appreciate you guys being here. So we got 96 yards. It's a really good number. All right. A little bit wind into us, so I'm just going to play like a stock 100-yard shot. That was not our best, guys. A little stiff, just kind of gave up on the swing. Oh, I don't know if that's my divot or not. All right, well, that was not our best. Oh, see, that's kind of what I'm talking about, guys. Just those little sloppy ones. Thanks, Bennett. I appreciate you being here, my dude. Oh, yeah, just a very uncommitted swing from 96 yards. We're going to have this little chip from the front right of the green. I do think, guys, that these greens might have just been recently punched and sanded. So we're going to have to do our best to manage that. Yeah, see, this is pretty straightforward, guys. We should get this up and down 10 out of 10 times. A little nervy, to be honest, playing live on the stream for the first time. Again, not exactly sure how this is going to come out with the wet, sandy green, but pretty straightforward shot. All right. Again, I think that would have been perfect under normal circumstances, but about 4 feet short. See if we can roll in a 4-footer on a sandy green. A lot of sand on the green. It's just gonna break fractionally to the left, if anything. Slightly up the hill. No way. It's just the sand, guys. All right, so that's gonna be a bogey to start from the middle of the fairway. Very frustrating, but that is okay. Actually hit a good putt. It's just, you know, look at how much sand is on these greens, guys. I mean, look at the putter. Justin asks, why chip that one instead of putting? Well, given the conditions out here, just how much moisture is on the greens, how much sand there is on the greens. It's gonna be hard to see on camera, obviously, guys, but these greens are very punched and sandy. Oh, good bogey to start. Yeah, you can kind of see here, right? Look at, this is what we're gonna be putting on today. That's okay. You know, just don't leave yourself 5-footers for par, and you'll be fine. Hey, Indian Styles here. What's up, dude? Cam's here. Yes, we're in Rhode Island, East Coast, early morning, exactly. So this hole, guys, gettable par 5. There is a, you can carry it about 300 yards over the water. There's the green over there. But we're gonna just hit something less than driver down this way. Oh gosh, that's a really tough bogey. But you know what? You gotta power through. It's good, good to learn early in the round that every putt is just gonna be straight and firm. Alright, so we're just gonna aim it right at those rocks out there. That was hit pretty well. Catch the fairway. I think it did, guys. Nice solid 5-wood off of number 2. Wes Prods is here. What's up, Wes? So yeah, I mean, this is why I like early morning golf, guys. Just so peaceful, so quiet. RB, what's your driver carry? In the air, I would feel very confident saying I could hit it 270 in the air. You know, if I'm really warmed up and I'm doing some speed training, I've gotten the highest ball speed I've seen on TrackMan this year, guys, is 172. So that's, you know, more like a, you know, 300 yards in the air. But that's, again, I'm not swinging that fast on the golf course. Someday I would really like to get back to, I used to be like a 180 ball speed on the golf course player. Back when I was young and flexible. Indian Style wants to know, how long is the course? From the back tees, it's only about 2,600 yards. 9 holes here at MetLinks. But very cool design. They saved a lot of the original Donald Ross features. So that is part of the challenge about trying to lower your handicap on a course like this is, you know, the rating is like 1 under par to begin with. So to get a 0 differential, you got to be, you know, at least 1 under, maybe 2 under. Imagine if the grass was replaced with water and you had to shoot the ball from a canoe. That would be definitely an interesting sport. You need like a floating golf ball that would also like go kind of far, you know, because you'd have to be able to hit it. Andra Napa said hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Here's our golf ball, guys. Just missed the fairway by a couple yards, but it looks like we have a lovely clean lie. Look at that. Let's see what we've got in here. It's actually sitting in a little bit of an old divot. So we got 210 to the hole. With some wind in our face, I think it's going to be a 7-wood again, guys. Wait for this green to clear. Indian Style says, my handicap is 0.9. I'm 13. That's amazing. King says, I fell in love with golf this summer. Just bought myself some new clubs just recently. Very exciting. Anytime you get new equipment, new clubs, that's very cool. All right, guys. So we've got a decent lie. Oh. Oh, still trying to shake off the cobwebs. Still trying to get loose. All right, so this ball we're going to aim just at the center of the green. Let the wind hold it. I do wish this lie was a little better. We're going to have to get kind of steep on it. All right. Well, as you saw, we had to really go down and get it. Worked out okay, just up there in front of the green. We'll have an up and down for a birdie. Cam says, looks like a nice flat course, great for walking with a push cart. Well, Cam, that's only because we've only played the first 2 holes, right? If you look up there, pretty big hill. There will be some uphills for the push cart to manage, but that's all right. King says, upgraded from Top Flight to Cobra. Very cool. Paul, be good if the sun came out. Yes, I agree. Although, I will tell you it is quite humid. So I'm not convinced that I need it to be any warmer. I couldn't see it, I blinked. That's funny. There's our ball just in front of the green, guys. Hope everybody's having a nice Tuesday morning. This is a great way for me to start my day. Get some steps in, see where the game's at. And then the good news is we still have the rest of the day to work on stuff. If we find that there are areas which need attention. I went with the Air X irons with hybrids and the Air X driver. Very cool. What clubs are you using? I have mostly tailor-made equipment, guys. My wedges are Vokey, the Lab putter. Just my eyesight, I can't see the ball. That's funny. Well, hopefully you can see it now, just there in front of us. Mason's here. What's up, Mason? All right, guys, so little 30, 35 yard pitch here. Definitely want to keep this below the hole if we can. Kind of just hit like a little low scooty one that lands around the front of the green and runs up there. Oh! Gave it a run. Went right past the edge of the hole there, guys. Although I did not... What did I say? I said we wanted to be below the hole. I did not do that. So, some work to be done. Maybe like a little downhill 4-footer. Cam said birdie time, exactly. Thanks, Indian Style, appreciate that. Yeah, see guys, right there about 4 feet past the cup. I usually try pretty hard not to stick my camera mount on the green. But to be honest, on greens like this, it wouldn't make much difference. Ugh. Like I thought, it should just fall slightly to the left. Kind of just, you know, guessing. It's very much like Plinko when the greens are like this, guys, so just want to put a good roll on it, see if it'll drop in for us. We made one. We made a putt on the Plinko board. Incredible. That's a birdie, guys. Back to even through 2. Like I always say, some of the best rounds start with a bogey on the first. That's just a fact. I don't make the rules. Let's go. That was exciting. Mike says, I play Mizuno clubs. Mizuno's great. They make really good stuff. Look at this, guys. So peaceful. Nice early morning round. Some of you guys will remember this tee shot from some shorts we made a while back. Hey, Matt's here. Greens are very tough, Mike. They're very tough. Quality. Now knuckle down. Yeah, exactly. We're in Rhode Island, guys. That's where we play most of our golf these days. Northeast part of the US. That was a 60-degree King Carl. I use my lob wedge for almost all those shots, kind of in that inside of 80 yards, you know, around the green, bunkers. All right, time to see how the driver's feeling. Oh. Target line is just going to be that little round tree you guys see out there. It's about 300 yards away. Oh, all right, still trying to get loose. Very nice to have made a birdie. Mike's in Florida. We do have some great courses here. Yes, I agree with that. Florida does have some excellent golf. All right, guys, we're just gonna aim it right at that tree you can see out in the distance. A little fade, if anything. Uh-oh. Get lucky. Well, that one might be in the hazard. That was not a good swing. It's definitely trying to cut it, but not like that. Oh, if it is in the hazard, we'll drop it up there. But this is a practice ball. If ever you get a chance to hit a provisional, always take it, guys. That's what we needed. Why couldn't I have done that the first time? Silly game. Very silly game. Just not super comfortable hitting it. Big cut with the driver. I probably should have hit 5 wood if I'm being honest. Hey, Jake's here. We're playing Met Links in Providence, Rhode Island. South Africa has a nice golf course and they are cheap. Very cool. Cam breakfast ball. Unfortunately, oh, those are just maintenance guys. Don't worry. Don't worry, John. Unfortunately, when you are keeping your handicap and trying to lower your scores, I don't think you get a breakfast ball on the 3rd tee. There is a little bit of room over there, so we'll see if it maybe bounced down or got lucky, but just a bad swing. You're gonna have to deal with those. You know, I felt committed to the target. Thought I made a decent swing and just, you know, kind of overcut it, left the face open. It's gonna happen, guys. You gotta bounce back. You know, you can still put together a decent round with a couple bogeys. It's really the doubles that we try to avoid. Ryder Cup is coming up. Will you be watching? Yes, I will definitely be watching the Ryder Cup excitedly. All right, let's see what we can find over here. Darn. Just the pinnacle, guys. Not what we're looking for. There's a bunch of golf balls over here. None of which are mine. I think mine probably went further up. Callaway. What's this guy? Hey, left dash, look at that. That's a nice find, left dash Pro V1X. Did you see the game last night? Oh, the football game? I did watch the football game. I don't mind seeing Baltimore lose. All right, we'll take one more quick peek up here where I think it went in. But more than likely, guys, we're gonna be hitting 3 from back here someplace. Oh, there's ball number 2, way up in the fairway. Indian style, I'm off 2.2 right now. But as of yesterday, I've started a 30-day challenge to get back to zero. I've been like a +1.5 before. Just kind of got out of sync, started playing not my best golf, and all of a sudden you're at 2. So that was the impetus for the challenge, to just say, like, we can really, I know how to play good golf. Are the greens punched? They are definitely punched. The only problem here is, guys, I'm going to drop and hit 3. And I'm still going to have this tree in my way. But yeah, I don't think I can hit it through there. So I don't even know, so if I drop 2 club lengths from there, it's like in here somewhere. Right, I'm still just kind of trying to punch it up under this tree. Somewhere up by the front of the green. The problem is, guys, there's a huge upslope there, so. Sit. All right, not the best leave, but it's up there. It's in that front bunker. We can get that up and down for a 5. Oh, tough tee shot to miss over here on the wrong spot. There's so much room left. So much room to the left. And we decided not to hit it there. There's our other ball. Practice tee shot. What do you guys always hear me say? Could you play your other tee shot and would be 3? No, I'd be hitting 4 because it'd be 3 off the tee. And then I'd be hitting 4 from there. So I think statistically, I'm always going to be better off, even out of a bunker, trying to get up and down rather than trying to get up and down from like 100 yards. Thanks, RST. I appreciate you being here. Oh, there's a random extra golf ball in this bunker. Plenty of green to work with up there. All right. Got a little bit of work to do. All right, this is going to go in here. Just got to splash it out. All right, we got like a 10-footer. Again, I have not yet adjusted to the punched greens. That ball should have, or I should say under normal circumstances, it would have rolled out a bit more, but that's okay. There we are, guys. Golf is like Easter egg hunting. I've never heard that before, but I do like it. All right, got this like 10-footer back up the hill. Be really nice to make this one, even on the punch greens. Gonna play it kind of just on the right edge of the hole. Should want to just go fractionally to the left up the hill there. But again, on the Plinko board, hard to know exactly how it will roll. Nope. Just didn't break. Oh, that's a 6, guys. Just not that hard of a hole to making a 6 on, but again, you hit your tee shot out of play, you're gonna be struggling, so maybe we'll make a par eventually. How do you know you hit the right ball? Well, that's a great question. You should always mark your ball in some way, or know which it is, or you know what number you're playing. I know it was my ball because the other ball was a Callaway. All right. So here's the next hole we're gonna be playing, guys. The tee is way up this hill, so I'm just gonna grab a couple clubs. Get to walking up this hill here while my guy in front finishes up. It's a good reminder, guys, that you're gonna hit bad shots, you're gonna get bad breaks. You just gotta keep playing, right? There's no sense in giving up on the round or not playing the next shots as best you can. William, right now I'm a 2, trying to get back to 0. My handicap has been going up for quite a while. We're trying to stop that, get it back, go in the right direction. Whew. This is a legit hill here. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. Made it to the top of the hill. Here we go. Looking back down the hill on this par 3. William says I got to 4 and then gave up. Early morning hike to the tee box. That feels exactly right. All right, what do we got? 142 down the hill. If I hit it really good, it's probably a perfect pitching wedge, but I'm just gonna chip a 9 out at the center of the green. Still early, still loosening up. All right, center of the green. If it draws towards the hole, that's nice, but yep, perfect. Right at the center of the green. Oh no, it's spinning back down the false front. Wow. That's got to be the Plinko board there a little bit. That was hit good. just landing it on mush. This sandy greens. Are you playing from the tips? I am, Mike. I'm playing from the back blue tees today. Although, like I said, it's still a very short, gettable golf course. It's only about like 2,600 yards from all the way back. So, need something in the probably 1 to 2 under par range to get our handicap down. So, plenty of golf left. Disappointing bogey at the first, really tough double at the third. Did make a nice birdie on number 2. Yeah, you see that false front there, guys. It just landed right on top of it, and instead of pitching forward like it usually would and kind of staying about pin high, it just kind of stopped. And then ultimately, yeah, you see it pitch there, and then it rolled all the way back. So this is a shot I am gonna putt, even with the punch greens. Whoa, lost you guys again. I gotta stop doing that. I don't think these phones really that much. One Eye says 29 handicap here. Well, that's okay. Just, you know, everybody's in different stages of their journey. Oh, gotta stay hydrated. All right. Probably don't need this laser in my pocket either. Man, it is dewy, sandy. You know what? I'm not going to complain about the conditions because it's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday and I'm out playing golf, which is really a blessing. Try to remember to be grateful for any time I get out on the golf course. All right, guys, so this is going to break pretty aggressively to the right once it gets up there. So, just going to try to put a good roll on it. Come on down now, ball. Gosh, just didn't take the break quite as much as we hoped it might. Whew. Trying to make putts for par and bogey on a short golf course on punch greens is going to be a tough proposition, so I'm going to really have to start hitting it better, hitting it closer. Hey, Garrett's here. We're in Rhode Island. Thanks for being here, Mike. I appreciate you. We have very, very sandy punched greens this morning. All things considered, I'm not really that upset with the effort on that putt. Now this is really just a matter of, does it roll? Let's go. What a save. All right, nice to get a par on the board, guys. Started with a bogey, then a birdie, then a double, then a par. Oh, yes, exactly the same, William. Yeah, so if you look at the green, right, see how it has all these little aeration holes filled with sand. So, Doesn't make it easy, but every once in a while you get a putt to drop like that, which was fun. This hole, guys, is a very fun, short par 4, very drivable. So we're gonna try to get back on track with another birdie. Where's the tee box? Oh wow, tee box is over here today. Indian style, 76 today, 1 under, back 9, very good. That's excellent. All right, guys, so this is really just a long par 3 from over here. Four-foot putts are my nemesis. Yeah, I hear you, dude. Putting to me has always been kind of a different thing, you know? I love golf, I love the golf swing, I could stand and hit balls for hours. And I love practicing putting. But, you know, out on the golf course, always seems to be a bit of a struggle. All right, guys, so we're kind of in between. We got 213 to the flag, but that pin's all the way back. And ideally, we'd leave it a little bit short of there. So I'm gonna hit a hybrid. It goes like 205. And, you know, see if we hit it good and turn it over a little, maybe it'll get there. Aiming at the right edge of the green. Turn. All right, I think it's just in the fairway short of the green, which is a nice spot to play from. It's just always going to be a lot to ask out of that club, but if I hit if I hit 7 wood and I hit it really good, it's going to be over the green. Not going to be very good. Four iron. Gary, you're out and at it very early. Yeah, you know, you gotta, we've given ourselves, we now have 29 days to reach a 0.0 handicap. Yesterday was day 1. So we're out here, you know, putting in the time. I gotta get more time on the golf course. You know, I hit it great on the range. Make lots of good swings, right? It's just, you know, about scoring, making putts. No roll with the dew. Yeah, that's exactly right. We are fighting the conditions a little bit, you could say. You know, the punch greens definitely don't make it easy. That putt on 1. That putt on 1 definitely could have gone in, or should have gone in on an unpunched regular green. You're dew scraping. Is this your home course? So it's a public course near my house. I'm not actually a member anywhere. So I don't know if I would consider anywhere my home course. My old home course, Vesper Country Club, that's a special place. Really love that golf course. All right, guys, this is kind of a tough one. We're gonna grab our 60 degree. We're short-sided. As you can see, that pin is just over this bunker. Yeah, it's very solid for a public course, Garrett. I agree with that. All right, so I'm gonna have to try to hit a high one up and over this bunker. It's gonna land on a downslope. you know, if we get it within like 15 feet, I think we've done really well. Oh, we might have done even better than that, guys. That was living dangerously. To land it in the fringe there, that was maybe more aggressive than I intended to be, but it worked out. We're gonna have a kick in for birdie to get back to 1 over. Like I said, you just gotta keep, yeah, we did, that was the flop. See, now look at this. Boom. Kick in birdie. See if we can actually make it with the foot wedge. I think all my friends are giving me this one. Ready? Sideways. Oh, just missed it. We're gonna give ourselves a birdie there. Wish I could come up and play with you, or come down here to NC and play. Well, we could probably make that happen sometime, Garrett. I'm the best putter in the world from that length. That was a gimme. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh. But yeah, I mean, for a public course, guys, it's in really, really awesome shape. This is a restored, or, you know, kind of saved Donald Ross design. There's a lot of Donald Ross features out here. This is the old Metacomet Country Club. And then it was unfortunately bought and developed in part, but they were able to keep 9 holes and kind of restore, reroute some of them. And yeah, guys, it's just, you know, it's a beautiful day out here, early in the morning, making some birdies, making some putts. That flop shot was pretty cool. I've not got that shot that close before. Just tough with that downslope. But yeah, we got a short par 3 coming up, and then another relatively short par 3, followed by a par 5, and a par 3 to finish. So sitting on 1 over par now. Gonna be kicking myself a little bit over, you know, some of the, like that putt on 1. Honestly, just a wedge shot on 1. Like, you shouldn't miss greens from 100 yards. I need a 60 wedge. Yeah, the 60 wedge is my favorite club. This is my Vokey 60-degree M grind. You can see it has a whole bunch of, you know, heel relief and toe relief, right? So it's very versatile around the green. You know, you can really kind of lay it flat, keep that leading edge nice and low, or, you know, kind of stand it up on the toe and that leading edge stays nice and low to the ground. So, big fan of the M grind. Thanks, Garrett. I probably needed to hear that. I appreciate you reminding me that we're doing good. You know, it's just those moments where you're like, I know I can do better. I know, you know, if I'm paying attention, I can I can hit a sand wedge on the green from 95 yards. And, you know, sometimes you just start thinking about stuff or not being totally focused. But it's okay. It's just a good reminder. Sometimes you need the bounce. Agreed. Hey, Jake's here. What's up, Jake? All right, guys, let's get a number here. Thanks for being here, Dilly. I appreciate you. If you guys are enjoying the stream, you want to hit that subscribe button. This is totally new for me. I've never live streamed from the golf course before, so I appreciate you guys coming along to figure it out with me. The good news is we're gonna get a chance of redemption. We have the exact same number, 96 yards. I'm also gonna grab, here we go, TP5X. Hello, Mr. B. Oh, I assuredly, I'm quite comfortable without your company, sir. All right, so little hack, guys. If you just use your wedge, make a little tee. The grass, that's sometimes a nice way, especially if you're hitting a wedge, you don't necessarily want it teed up, but. All right, 95 yards, we're gonna hit it just right of the flag. Kind of a low, skippy one. Well, it wasn't low, but it is right at it, guys. Oh, look at that. Very cool. That landed about 4 feet from the hole. Took a little bit of a hop back. We're gonna have another birdie putt. Yeah. Boom. I don't know if you guys can see. There we are. Look at that. Darts time, guys. That's a dart. Live stream dart for you. It's good that we get to watch you on the course live. Keep your focus on that ball. Yes, thanks, Paul. What handicap you got? I'm at 2.2. Redeemed yourself. I know, that was what I needed on number 1. Definitely felt like a little bit of redemption there. Carl says W. Thanks, Carl. I wish I could play how you're playing. Well, you can. It just takes a lot of time and practice, and you know, I won't tell you that it's easy, but I will tell you that it's possible. Right? That's why I'm challenging myself to, you know, get my handicap back to where I know it can be. And all right, guys, time to make a putt. Focus on your goals, said Nice Swing. Thanks so much. The only tough part, guys, is this putt is going to break about a foot from maybe 5 feet. However, we've made those putts before. We'll make them again. We can make this one, right? Right at about 6 feet. It is definitely going to break pretty substantially to the left this way. All right, so we're gonna play this like, you know, about almost 2 cups out, even from 6 feet. Really just about matching the line and the speed. Oh man, I just didn't hit it. Started kind of rolling backwards towards me. Disappointing not to pay off the good wedge shot. Ah, bummer. That's a bummer. I think I hit a pretty good putt. It just wasn't quite firm enough. Yeah, Splinko. Gonna be pretty kind to myself today, guys, on the greens. These greens have been recently aerated and sanded, so definitely need to do some more live streams on the course. Well, that's great feedback, Jake. I appreciate you saying that. Stroke looked good. Yeah, I was happy with that putt. Again, you know, you're gonna hit putts that don't go in. Like I said, guys, look at these greens. I mean, there's only so much you can do. On a day like today, you just try to hit good golf shots and put together a score if you can. You did stand on your own line. Oh, well, the aim point where you kind of straddle the line is a way of reading the green with your feet. We are out at MetLinks, guys. Wow, look at this tee on number 7, way in the back of the tee box here. This is a little unusual, but no bother. Carl says, I've definitely improved. First time out this year, I lost 12 balls. Well, yeah, again, it takes time. Carl says, you have a bunch of people watching you. I can't even do well with 0 people watching. You're doing great for the first live. Thanks very much, Carl. Yeah, just try to play fine, tee to green, not much you can do. Agreed. Good to see you are in fact human. Thanks, Wonky, I appreciate you being here. You know, Carl, it's funny you say that because sometimes I'll look up and there'll be like 400 people watching me. And my brain will have this brief moment where I'm like, what if there were actually 400 people standing around watching you? And I think that would really freak me out. So I honestly try not to think about it that much. All right, guys, we got 149 playing back into the wind. We're gonna chip an 8-iron. Just worry a little bit about hitting a 9 and it just gets kind of spinny up in the air. And all right, guys, nice little tight draw, 8-iron, 150. Trying to hit it like a 155 shot. It's drawing. Could be really good, guys. Yeah, just below the hole. Really happy with that swing. Beautiful strike. And not to toot my own horn, but there is a reason why you can get your irons to look like this eventually, right? If you just smack the middle of the face enough. Focus on your goals. I usually don't tell people to be like, hey, leave the live stream to go look at something else, but if you click on my channel and watch the most recently posted short, I think you would really enjoy it, because you are not the first one to make that observation. Solid and compact. Yeah, I love Tommy Fleetwood's swing. And I'll tell you, in case you haven't seen it, the short is the beginning, it's Tommy Fleetwood hitting a bunch of iron shots. And the caption says, "Mom, can we stop for Tommy Fleetwood?" And then I start swinging, and it says, "We have Tommy Fleetwood at home." Right? People have always, on the live stream, been like, is this Tommy Fleetwood? Or, less so today, but Sugar Sean O'Malley is another one that I get sometimes. So coming up to the green here, guys, you can see we hit a nice, really, really quality shot from 150. Just below the hole, it's probably 15 feet. And if you know, golf strategy and the way the numbers work, like, I am thrilled with this shot. This is a really, really good outcome from 150. Even just hitting it on the green. We got to remember to be kind to ourselves. Definitely Sugar Sean. That's funny. Carl says I suddenly gave a thumbs up. Happy I found it. That's awesome, Carl. I appreciate that. So many good golfers today. The game is so big. Yeah, I agree. Which is really cool, honestly. I love seeing the growth. As long as people understand that there's going to be some friction and tension between, the old school and the new school, that's kind of always going to exist. It's about 17 feet up the hill. Braking, I think, fractionally to the left. But this is mostly about speed, guys. Again, outside of 10 feet, all you're looking to do is 2-putt. Trying to get that speed right. If these happen to tumble in, then it's a bonus, but good target. Try to hit it the right speed. Oh, which we did. It's an easy 2-putt. Just Didn't hit it hard enough to get it to fall in. Chiho, thank you so much for your wonderful donation. That's very kind. Golf is a wonderful game, but people don't know because it's hard to access and hard to play well. I agree with that, Focus. And I think that's part of why I talk about, you know, when I get a lot of beginner golfers or people who are new to golf, and I try really hard to impress upon them, like, you don't need to spend a bunch of money. You don't need to go buy, you know, a $4,000 brand new set of Titleist clubs. Like, you can just go to the thrift store, go to eBay, you know, find like 4 or 5 clubs, get out on the course, start learning, start playing. I got a ton of lag. About to be on the course in about an hour. Jay Easy, very cool. Wow, thank you so much for a generous donation, Chiho. I really appreciate you. You guys don't know how nice it is to have your support. You know, just people who consistently come back, watch the streams, watch what I'm doing, you know, supporting me, giving me good feedback, right? We've had lots of constructive feedback, which is great. Always trying to, because again, guys, I'm new to this. I've only been doing YouTube for like 8 months, 9 months. So we are still learning together. I play with 10-year-old golf clubs and enjoy a lot. Yeah, exactly, right? Look at my irons, guys. I got irons from 2011. My wedges are, you know, 5 years old. I have like 1 new club in here. That's all. You know, you don't need to spend a bunch of money on clubs. You're better off spending on lessons and practice time. My first set was a complete Costco Callaway package with Kirkland balls and gloves. Again, that's a great place to start. You know, you don't need to go out and get fit for $4,000 or $5,000 golf bag. Everybody drop a thumbs up for Chiho and his very generous donation. So here, guys, par 5, we're gonna be hitting driver down there. Not the areas, it's the Indian. Yeah, I agree with that, well said. So it looks like that water's in play, guys, but it really isn't. It's about 400 yards away from here. So my line is gonna be kind of anywhere in between those wind turbines and those kind of water globe things out there. Hey, amazing, chat. Way to go, chat. Gassing up Chiho. That's exactly what we want to do, right? Build this community, you know, gas each other up, say thank you for the support. I look at you and smile because I'm fine. If you guys haven't seen it, if you didn't see it on the live stream the other day, guys, we are going to have a What's in the Bag video coming out on Friday, which I'm pretty excited about. We haven't done an updated one of those in quite a while. Here, let me move this. You guys might be able to see a little better. You know what will be cool eventually, guys? I don't think this technology exists, but someday someone will find a way to integrate an app into live streaming that has shot tracers. Like, imagine if I could be live streaming and have shot tracers on the golf ball. Like, they could track it through the camera, or, you know, maybe it's looking at the club, I don't know. But that would be pretty cool. Because I have to usually, you know, when I record, right, I go back, you know, cut up the videos, I have to add the shot tracer. Oh, there's my guy. He's just down there by the bunker. We'll give him another minute. No rush out here, guys. I'm not in a hurry to be anywhere. Very grateful for a beautiful morning here in Rhode Island. Jay Easy. Shot Tracker app exists. Oh, I agree with you, William. I meant like for live streams. Like, imagine if I could be live streaming and you guys could watch shot tracers, right, without me having to, you know, do them manually. Focus on your goals. See you, buddies. Have a great day. Thanks very much. Appreciate you being here. Jay Easy, I'm at 2.2 right now. However, this is day 29 of our back to scratch, or sorry, yeah, day 2, 29 days remaining, right? I challenged myself starting yesterday to get back to scratch. So I've been a +1 handicap, I've been a 0 handicap, and I'm sitting at 2.2 right now. And I kind of just got fed up. I said, you know what? I know how to be a scratch golfer. I just got to really commit, put the time in, get out on the golf course more. And so that's what we're doing. Yesterday was day 1, today's day 2. We're going to be, recording all of it, recording the time invested, right? Hey, Sahil's here. I went with regular flex on my driver and focused on swinging smooth and losing less balls. That's very smart. I've been playing 6 months. I'm looking at a 20. Well, that's good. I mean, 20 for only being at it for a little bit of time is not that bad, right? Just, especially if you're a beginner, guys, make sure you learn impact. Make sure you learn how to consistently, get the center of this club face on that golf ball. My best advice is to do it at slow speed, right? So even with a driver, you can make some tons of progress on the range, right? By just hitting, truly like trying to hit your driver 100 yards. Instead of trying to hit it 300 yards, just say, I'm going to hit it perfectly straight and try to hit it like 100 yards. Try to hit the dead center of the face every time. All right, guys, we're going to aim it at that left wind turbine. Just let it fade. Nice balanced swing is what we're looking for. Well, we pulled it, but it is cutting. And it stayed in the fairway. Look at that, guys. Now John does Trey Taylor crew tractor own this place or just state property. We want to lock them up, hit the road, dude. I don't know. Tell me more. I don't know about this this incident. I'm 20 on the app after 3 to 4 months, but don't think I'm actually 20. Just had some lucky rounds. Well, again, the handicap does incorporate the volatility. It's not like it just takes your best round or your worst round. All right, on the road again. What you're saying is exactly what got me to where I am. Good stuff here. Drop the sub. Amazing, Jay Easy. I appreciate you. Mountain Man says I'm a scrape golfer. Nice shot. Thanks, Carl. Very cool of you guys, many of you, to stick around and watch this entire 9-hole live stream that we're doing here. Dewey says down to a 5.5. Playing from the tips game gets a bit harder playing back there. It definitely does, but it's a perfect way to test yourself. And once you start getting into that single-digit range, you're going to want to start playing the back tees, really testing yourself. It's going to identify areas of your game that need work. Right, for me, it's definitely, the driver needs to be more consistent. That's just a fact. Another beautiful thing, guys, when you play this early in the morning, I'm on hole 8. I'm going to be done in like an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes to play 9 holes. And that is what we should all aspire to, play fast golf. Man, it's also not often that before 9 a.m. a total stranger can just make your day, like Chiho did. Look at this, guys. Just a beautiful landscape to be spending your morning. I feel so much gratitude and peace every time I'm out here, And I wish I could bring other people, who are in more challenging circumstances out here to enjoy, this kind of, you know, just peace and gratitude. You know, there's people all over the world who are struggling, guys, and anytime you're out on the golf course, just remember, you're probably in like the top, you know, 1% of everybody who's, you know, going through the day. We're all just going through one day at a time. And gratitude is very important. Have you checked out Tacoma irons? I have. I actually played Tacoma irons the beginning part of the season, guys. Had a good experience with them. I tried the 301 CBs. They were pretty good. They don't have the bounce profile that I'm looking for. You look like you're scared of driver. Why don't you hit driver on the net at home? I do. It's just a little more difficult because of the setup with the tent. I wouldn't say I'm scared of the driver. I think I just don't feel as confident as usual. The good news is that usually with driver, my confidence is like 10 out of 10. So me feeling not confident is probably still like a 5 or 6. Dewey loves his Tacoma irons. That's great to hear. Oh, don't worry, Sahil. I just, you know, I like to say thank you, but there's never any obligation or expectation of, you know, support or donations, anything like that, right, guys? There's tons of good, you know, NGOs and charities that are doing great work that need your money far more than I do. So I'm obviously grateful for the support, and, you know, I make sure to give back and donate as much as I can, but never feel any stress, Sahil. I'm grateful just for you guys watching and viewing, and also if you guys really want to help me out, if you're like, hey, I can't donate, but I really want to help John, click on the description of the live stream and just click those links. Click the RAPSODO link, click the net return link. You don't even have to buy anything. Just clicking the link really, really helps. You know, we're just trying to show these groups that there is an audience here, that there's traction, that there's interest in these things. Golf sure is healthy for the mind. I think it can be, as long as you have the right perspective. Just some viral TikTok thought you would know is from the US. Oh, the Trey Taylor crew tractor thing cracks me up. I'll have to look it up. Newey? A sub like and being here for the live helps a ton. Gotta support the creators. Thanks very much, Jay-Easy. William says, not sure about that. It used to boil my head. Yeah, I feel that. All right, guys, so par 5 here. Didn't hit that drive the best, so we're gonna have a ways in. However, I think we can probably knock it up there by the green, hopefully. 221 to the hole, playing uphill. Maybe a bit of wind. I am gonna hit 5 wood. Just because of the uphill and the wind. Usually that would be like a really good 7 wood number. Just gonna aim it out there to the right and let it turn. Sorry for the sniffling, guys. I am trying to work on that. That's hilarious. 4! Well, guys, something didn't feel quite right about that swing. I felt like I was just aimed so far right, and I didn't trust it, and I just hit a huge block out to the right. That's tough after being in a pretty scoreable position. Just got to get that face more closed. Oh gosh, same guy. It's gonna be on the green, isn't it? Yep, player 2 hit it on the green. All right, let's get going over there to the right, find our first golf ball. Gosh, just, you know, you want to make a good swing, and hate to pull out like a 1 out of 10, 0 out of 10 bottom drawer. Divots in the fairway, rule needs to allow a free drop. I tend to agree with you. I think it's just kind of common sense, right? If you, and the hesitation is always like, well, how do we determine, like, we have subjective rulings in golf, right? You know, are you in casual water or not? It could be subjective, right? You know, is this actually a divot? Is it impairing your your swing. But honestly, guys, if you hit the fairway, you should be rewarded like you hit the fairway. Second golfers always scratch, yeah. Of course, we all have those moments. Just need to find peace in the challenge of golf. I agree. Whew. Okay, now here comes the difficult part. Can we find the golf ball? I think we did. Is this it? Oh, it sure is, guys. Well, I'll be honest, it's not the best spot. Have you heard of Hannah Green? No, I have not. She won the 2019 Women's PGA. Oh, that's very cool. All right, guys, so this is just going to be a try to hit it on the green recovery situation. .66. Probably 75 from back there. The lie is bad, so I'm going to try to hit like an 80-yard shot. Make sure we have a good line. All right, just at the top of that tree there. Just looking for like a 75-yard swing. All right, guys, we'll take it. It's on the green. Came out a bit left, but we hit it solidly. Whew. Would you recommend one-length irons? Good question. I have never tried them, so I can't give you a personal recommendation per se. However, I do think that, you know, being open to trying new things and you know, whether it's changing your swing or your grip, your equipment, you know, being open to trying new things really is kind of a prerequisite for getting better. I think anyway. Lottie Woad. I do know of Lottie Woad. She is an unbelievably good golfer. I one day would love to play with some of those, you know, top LPGA or amateur even, you know, lady golfers, because I think most people just have no idea how good they are. They are just insanely good. Their short games, their putting, it's just, they're just really good golfers, guys. Also, you know the advice, leave one, fix two, right? Fix your pitch marks, guys, rake your bunkers. Find lots of pitch marks out here today. Although, as we noted earlier, the greens are punched, so hard to know how much of a difference exactly it will make. All right, so we got about 23, 24 feet here, breaking pretty substantially to the right. I think it would get a little bit quick past the hole. Were the greens in a different condition? All right, so we're gonna aim it up at that spot there. Playing about 2 feet of break here from 25 feet. Yeah, it's another good lag. I'm happy with that. Didn't get to the hole or have a chance to go in, but after the second shot and how offline and poorly struck that shot was, always going to be happy with a 2-putt par there. Why/when do they spike greens? Great question. So the reason the greens need to be aerated is to keep the grass healthy, because over time, as they get cut and grow and rolled and walked on, that grass and the soil can get very compacted. So to keep the conditions nice and the greens rolling well, they got to keep the grass healthy, and part of that is this aeration process. So it's usually, you know, kind of the 2 weeks at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season. Bear with me 1 second here, guys. Okay, so still 1 over par, heading to the very last hole, par 3. .157, tiny bit uphill, maybe a tiny bit of wind off the right. Hey, thanks Marc-Andre, appreciate you being here. Tiger shark pioneered same length 40 years ago. I believe that. I've never heard of that, but I believe it. All right, guys, I think we're gonna swing 8-iron. There's a little bit of wind helping us. Just gonna aim it at the center of the green. Hitting the green here from 160 is a great result. Right, don't be fooled by the guys on TV who are hitting it to 2 feet every time. It's really just a highlight reel. All right, it's on the left side of the green. Maybe not the best strike, but again, like I said, hitting it on the green, even if it's 30, 40 feet, that's a positive strokes gained type of shot. 31 likes on the stream, guys. Shout out to you guys hanging out with me this morning while we played some golf. Our very first golf course live stream. What's your favorite course that you've played? I played some really good ones. I think Whistling Straits. Whistling Straits has got to be really high on the list for me. Just a crazy property along the water. Cabot Cliffs I've played is unbelievable. When should a player move from white to blue tees? I think when you're shooting around par, you know, maybe a couple over. So if it's a par 36 and you're shooting, you know, in that 36, 37, 38 range from the white tees, that's probably a good time to think about moving back a tee. And just, you know, be kind to yourself. Remember that it's going to be harder, it's going to be longer. I'm glad we are nearly finished with today's round, guys, because it is getting warm. And I dressed for the early morning, not the mid-morning. All right, we've got our putter. Headed up to the green. Wow, maybe could have even hit 9. Chased that ball pretty far back onto this left corner of the green. Whole bunch of pitch marks out here. Geez, guys. Yeah, see, look at these greens, guys. We're doing our best, but oh, you played Carnoustie. Carnoustie's a great one. All right, guys, so this putt is going to break substantially to the right. All right, so 13 paces, just shy of that, maybe 38 feet. Gonna be down the hill at the end some. Really just breaking a whole bunch this way. So I'm gonna start it probably up in here somewhere. Just really trying to keep this inside that 3-foot circle where we can two-putt it, have a nice easy second putt. All right, just hit a solid one here. All right, a little bit of work left. It just kind of slowed down at the end with all the water and sand on the greens. So we've got this maybe 4-footer back down the hill. Not my favorite leave, but we can make this one. It's just going to fall slightly, ever so slightly to the right, I think. And remember, we're putting on sanded greens, so if it falls in, great. If not, you know, there's only so much you can do. Just try to hit a solid putt. Look at that. Good 2-putt. Really happy with that 2-putt, guys. It's a 1 over par 35, I think. So left a bunch out there. Double on number 3 was tough. Still a great putt. Thanks very much, Jay Easy. I appreciate you. Yeah, again, you know, that 10% rule, right? I was about 40 feet, so we had a 4-footer. That's, you know, you'd like for it to be closer, but that is the kind of acceptable range, right? 10% of the initial distance. So if you have a 30-footer, you'd love to be inside of a 3-foot circle, 20 feet, you know, a 2-foot circle, etc. He's a golfer, the boy. Thanks, Wonky. All right, guys, that also is about going to do it on our phone battery today. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, watching the stream, watching us play. Not our best golf, right? 1 over par for 9 holes. It's day 2 of our 30-day back to scratch challenge. So we're going to do some more work. There's probably going to be another live stream later while we're working on the swing. Probably go to the range, work on driver. You should play with the Nelk boys. You would probably win. I probably would. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm glad you had a good time, Carl. That's very cool. Thanks to all the new subscribers, everybody who enjoyed hanging out. Thank you again to Chiho for his incredible donation. And stay tuned, guys. We'll probably be doing some more content live stream later. So thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.